Welcome back, everyone. If you saw yesterday's video, I finally pull Magnarr, an HP based champion, an epic champion that does insane amount of damage. So good in PvP. We're going to do some PvP matches to start off. Then we're going to go over to PvE and test out whether HP gloves or critical damage gloves are better for him and what the disparity, what the difference is between those two. Then we're going to go back to PvP and try to make it into Gold 2 within the last 2 minutes. At the end, like when I had 30 seconds left, I was right there. I don't know if I progressed or not. It was right on the line. It said that I was going to the next tier, but sometimes you don't know. It's so close. So we're going to check that out as well and see what Magnarr is all about. Now, you know how powerful he is. They've been doing a lot of bad things to all these epics lately. Let's hope they don't touch any more of these epics that we've learned to love, that are so good, you know? We can't afford to let them kill all these epics. Here are first two battles in Arena that I'm going to show you because they're not just plowing through. They take a little while to beat. My Magnarr is not the strongest Magnarr in the world. He is in a Savage set. We can get more out of him later on, but we do have an Ursuga here. And I like to show you matches like this because we just don't run in and just kill it. You just saw Prince Kaimar reset right away. I thought I had this in my preset teams, but unfortunately I did not. And they have a lot of them have reaction accessories, so we weren't hitting that hard. I'm sure they have swift parry as well, but we are getting up maybe some block buffs. We are getting up decreased accuracy, which is good. That way maybe that Warlord won't knock down our skills. It's really nice to have decreased accuracy up, especially if you're going up against a Torment. Lady Kimmy is tons of fun for this. Good thing about Magnarr is we don't have to have increased attack or increased defense to make his damage shine. It's not going to do anything on him. He's purely doing damage based off of HP. So there's nothing we can do to increase his damage except for an HP lead. And we're not using that. We're going with a speed lead. Make sure we can take advantage of our speed. And because I think Prince Kaimar reset right away, we didn't have him in that preset team. That's why this took a little bit longer. We got the damage back around. 3-turn cooldown, by the way, as well. A 3-turn cooldown on this epic doing insane AoE damage. I don't know, sounds like a nerf. 71,000 over there. Something went wrong here, or I wasn't prepared or ready. I don't think this is the one. I think this is a blow-through match, like most of them are, unless we got a weak hit on this Trunda, which could happen. No, sorry, disregard that. It must be the next one then. I thought, yes, this one here. So I forgot that I was going up against Torment. So right away I was like, crap, I'm going up against Torment. I don't want to do anything to get my team frozen, so I'm going to do Kimmy's A2. And Torment does have a frost set, so I keep getting frozen here. And I'm like, oh man, Torment's here. I could have brought in somebody like our Skrillex, whatever the fish's name is, you know, to take away all these buffs and block buffs. Is what I would normally do. Or Sky Touch Shaman. So I had to play it a little differently here, which took some time because I made a mistake on the team I brought in. But I like doing this. I like it that we have a harder time getting things done. So now our Torment is down. I reset with Prince Kaimar because I wasn't worried about Torment freezing us. Torment's back up now, which is a pain, right? And I'm thinking, do I want to get my team frozen again? Let's lock him out. We have increased accuracy up right now from Lady Kimmy. Soon I think we're going to have decreased accuracy up, or we had it up earlier, which always, there it is. Which helps us out with that Torment, right? Helps us out with all these. We're blocking buffs over there. I know this isn't a Lady Kimmy showcase. This is a Magnarr, guys. By the way, look at Magnarr's HP. If this was an attack-based champion, Magnarr would be dead already. He would. All those attack-based champions cannot survive. They just get beat down and are dead very quickly. Just like right here. So here I want to show you, we're going to go back to PvP. We're going to show you me trying to get into Gold 2 the last few minutes. So we're going to do some more PvP runs. Here we have Royal Guard. Royal Guard always falls over on the Ice Golem. Sure, he does amazing damage. Royal Guard is another great epic champion that can do a lot of damage, a lot of debuffs, but he's attack based. So if you want to make sure that he does the most damage possible, he's going to be really fragile and usually falls over, like back to back falls over. He's not falling over like crazy right now. Of course, we have the decreased attack up on the Ice Golem, but he did cause us to wipe. Right, that real powerful hit that can cause us to wipe. Royal Guard is known to do that quite a bit on the Ice Golem. So I'm taking him out, but I just wanted to show you, yeah, amazing guy for PvE as well because he will stay alive just like you saw in that PvP match. He can take those hits. and do an insane amount of damage. This is Ice Golem 24. This isn't 20, this is 24. And he just did half their life. We had decreased defense up, and that's it, to increase our damage. And he took half of their life in that one hit on a 3-turn cooldown, and he loops back around right now and did it again. We have Taragi in here at level 50 to get some AoE provokes and to do some more poisons on the boss. We've got Archmage Helmet to do AoE stuns. So we'll take care of this wave 2 without any issues. And then there we go again with the damage. And then when we get to the boss, we also have Eurogrim, right? We've got the nerfed Eurogrim in here. So can Eurogrim solo this boss once we get to him with the gear I have on? He probably might be able to, but the whole reason why Eurogrim is here is he's our main healer now, and he's our DPS support to help move this boss along so that we don't have a 6-minute battle. Normally you would. If you just try to do Royal Guard, if you don't bring a poisoner in here, now Eurogrim is my healer, right? He's using his A2 quite a lot. He's using his A3, but it's on a 4-turn cooldown with Eurogrim. And then Magnarr is coming in here and laying down the DPS to take out the side minions. And then, of course, staying alive when we're hit by the boss because we can't stop the boss from hitting us. We get the decreased defense, attack up, and you're going to see here, we're going to skip forward, and it's going to be Magnarr and Eurogrim to the end. These two guys to the end because they're not going to kill Magnarr. He's loaded up on all that HP, 77,000 HP or so. He's getting a regen up every once in a while. He could get block. He doesn't have high resistance, right? So he could get the debuffs on him, but there we went. We got it. Now I want to test. We are in Doom Tower. We're going to test out whether critical damage gloves or HP gloves do more damage. Yes, 99% of the time, the critical damage gloves on a damage-based champion will do more damage. But there are times where it's not that big of a difference in damage, or that it's a little bit more with the HP or the defense. Because I noticed that with Altan. One of his abilities did more on Altan with the defense gloves compared to the critical damage gloves. I'm almost positive about it. We've got decreased defense up on everyone. We have critical damage gloves, and we're doing a lot. Almost 50,000, anywhere from 40 to 50,000 on each of those, but we cleared the whole entire wave. So now we're going to go put the HP gloves on, and they're very comparable, I think, as far as damage is done for the gloves that I have, because I'm taking off something that's giving us, let's see both of them. This is the critical damage that we have on right now. We're going to take these off and replace it with HP that also gives us some critical damage, because currently the critical damage gloves we have are 17 crit rate, but we've got 10% HP, some speed on there, and then we're going to, that's not the ones we're going to change it to. We're going to change it to these, which give us critical damage of 11% and HP. So I think they're pretty comparable because we're getting HP here of 10%. We're getting critical damage of 11 plus the HP. Let's see what the damage is on this one now. Let's jump forward just a teeny bit. Yes, yes. And here we go. So we got decreased defense up on the same wave. This is wave 2 of the Doom Tower hard, and we didn't clear it. But I don't think the damage is that big of a deal. I guess the main thing is, if you don't have good critical damage gloves, don't feel bad about it. Put that HP glove on, and you're still going to do great damage with great survivability for Magnarr. It was a difference of 10,500 HP. So we could do without it, or we could do with it. It doesn't really matter. So feel confident that either one that you have, you can use either glove. All right, let's get back into PvP here. Look at where we're at. We have 18 minutes left. We're in Gold 1. We're trying to get to Gold 2 just to play around with our Magnarr even more. And we're going to do some runs, and we're going to get right to that. Like right to the check of whether we could be in Gold 2 or stay in Gold 1. Which either one is fine for me, but we were so close and we had a little bit of time. I was like, you know what? Let's just go for it. We're recording videos for Magnarr. We're trying to get some wins in here. Let's see what we can do. Let's skip forward a little bit more into this first match. All right, here we go. So we're going to see 3 battles, though. We're not going to see just Magnarr. Here's Magnarr in the beginning. We've got Gerp, Tuck, blocking those debuffs. So if they have Swift Parry, increasing our damage even further because we're getting those debuffs up, and we have masteries to increase it too. Masteries from the Assault Mastery to increase our damage, and then also Gerp Tuck's passive to increase our damage even further. Here we've got King Garag not going to attack Duchess, which he should have done right there, but it's on full auto. He should have just killed Duchess, and then we would have taken out Mashaled, but it's okay. But that could have wrecked us, right? If we didn't get that control again right now from our Torment, we could have been in big trouble. We're going to take care of this one, and then we've got one more team. There we go. King Garag putting in the nukes. We're going to have to do our own dedicated video on King Garag and see if he's really worth it. He's got my best gear on him right now for the attack-based champions, and I've been playing around with him. I'm not completely satisfied, but we'll see. We'll have to see. Let me know down below if you want to see some videos. I jumped forward even further. This was a little bit of a longer fight. Man, the dwarves are so good, right? Brogni, Tormund, Mountain King, they've just got so many great champions in the dwarves, even for epics. So we're down to this guy, and we hit him for 125,000 from the king. The king. Okay, right here is cool because we're blocking buffs put up, right? We got Lady Kimmy. We're blocking those buffs, so they didn't get that increased defense. And then we had our Magnarr just light it up. Like, these are really easy Magnarr wins. We're just going faster than they are, and we're just having Magnarr do damage. Right, do that damage. But we are jumping up. We're jumping up in our score here to get to gold 2. And I don't like, I'm lazy. I'm lazy with switching out teams, so I want to use the same teams all the time. I just want to hit go. It's full auto. You can see it behind this shoulder. And I just want it to work and just go with it. Okay, King Garag again doing a big nuke. Got him down, which, most champions that nuke can do a big nuke. So it's not like King Garag is doing anything amazing there. Look at that. This is just like that other team, right? They're the Ursuga team we fought in the very beginning. So she's taking a lot of the damage. Then we've got the passive from Duchess taking a lot of the damage, but we got to reset this time. And then we came back around, but we didn't do enough on Duchess. Nowhere near enough. So I can get better gear. I can get much better gear on my, I think so. I'm not going to say much better, but I can definitely make my Magnarr stronger. We'll go through some gear. We'll get some more critical damage. That's the main thing. Getting more critical damage. And look at that. Magnarr took a hit from Mountain King counterattacking. What attack-based champion do you know that you could do some damage to Mountain King like that, and then he come over there from his masteries, hit you with that A1 that hard, and you survive? It just wouldn't happen. You would just have to hope for a weak hit or have some kind of shields up or buffs or anything to keep your person alive. Otherwise, they would be dead just from a counterattack alone from Mountain King. But Magnarr could take the hit. And he's strong affinity, so hopefully he could get a weak hit. He didn't because I saw the damage and it was yellow, I believe. Look at where the bar's at. We did make it actually, but somebody could have attacked us within that last 30 seconds and knocked us down. So when it was tallying up the vote, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure whether we were going to stay in gold 1 or go up to gold 2, but we actually did make it. Let's look at our Magnarr and see what we're working with. Can we make this guy stronger? He's doing okay. I mean, he's doing a really good job for me right now. Considering this guy's an epic and we can make him stronger, he's doing a fantastic job. Critical damage for the gloves, HP for the chest, HP for the boots, crit rate wherever we can find it. Lots of crit rate here along with critical damage. Tons of crit rate on this one as well. Then we're picking up some speed on this as well as some crit rate. That is a beautiful weapon. Over here, I didn't have anybody with a lot of HP. I didn't have a ring. This is my best ring for HP, which is really sad. I'm surprised I don't have a 3-hit into HP with HP over there. Critical damage, of course. Picking up a little bit of HP since we don't need accuracy. We don't need accuracy or resistance here. We're trying to increase his damage. So we've got more HP on the banner. He is booked out. We want that additional damage. That is 30% additional damage on this AoE. We do want that. And then as far as masteries go, my head's in the way right now, so I'm going to take myself off. But we have Helm Smasher. And then whenever we use Gerp Tuck, we're getting additional damage from Gerp Tuck's passive as well as Stoke to Fury. Then we can get some additional life if we're down lower. Some people might have higher max HP than us still, so there's no problem picking that skill. And then we get more for killing people along the way. And of course, Helm Smasher. When Helm Smasher procs, it just devastates. So we've got there, we'll counterattack on this, along with more heals. If somebody over on the enemy team heals, we'll get some heal because we're going with some high HP. This would not be bad as well, a Blood Shield. If I wasn't worried about kill streak, I could go into Blood Shield, then to Helm Smasher, and then also keep stoked to fury for our Gerp Tuck when we use him. That is my Magnarr. I'm having a blast. Let me know your thoughts on Magnarr down below. I will pay $5 to the company if they will remove this tail on my Magnarr. Like if I could go in there and just click an option to edit my own champion, the silly looking tail, let me do it. Kind of looks like he's... Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your time. I will see you all in a video soon.